What's up? It's your boy that Dragon J, back at it with another Tales of Rise playthrough or walkthrough. Before we start the video, I want to thank everybody for stopping by, tuning in. Thank you, appreciate you for following me on my first journey through the Tales games, following me through this game and watching along for this amazing experience and this awesome game, because it really is awesome. Really enjoying it, and for it to be my first Tales game, happy I jumped into it, and this was the title I jumped into it on. Well, you know, I might go back and play some of the other ones. But with that being said, let's get into this video. We just we're just figured out that Alphen may have come down on a ship that may still be operational. After we decided to go to Leganis, which makes sense. And we also we got through what, Magma Cave? That's where we, I believe. Hold up. What the frick? Yeah, we're at Birch Volcano. We just got through the interior, so we're gonna keep it going. Get through the second part. Let's get it. Oh, this is just straight shot. Okay, boss time. I'm not mad at it. Boss time though. So I'm assuming that pillar of light that shot from the wedge is what we're about to fight. Yuppers. Oh. Oh.
What the hell is that thing?
Probably that monster Nath warned us about, if I had to
Wait.
guess.
This kind of looks like the Spirit Guardian.
One of those lights that shot out of the wedge landed?
But why this location, if the purpose of the wedge is to harvest Dana's astral energy?
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos.
It kind of looks like the
take it down and move on.
monster that's spawned from the fire spirit vessel. That's what it kind of looks like.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
How the heck do we attack it?
Focus! On your toes, everyone!
How do we attack it?
Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
How
You
the
even have
frick
to
do we
ask?
attack it,
Of
bro?
course I'm scared.
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
It's summoning Zoogles? Take care of them while keeping an eye on it.
Let's get it.
Ready.
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
Come on. Me, we good. Trust me, we good. We straight. Mink. Hold up, wait. Woo. Mink. Told you I was breaking that core.
Let us take to the fray.
This one's mine.
The water's
I was playing. I literally told you I was breaking your core, dude.
Dovaline.
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis. You don't mess around.
Surprise!
Certainly not.
Far enough!
Yeah, you stopping that early. We stopping that early. Stop that. We stopping that early. You hurt? Is you really feeling it, Mr. Krabs? Hold up. Mink. Is you really feeling it, Mr. Krabs, huh? Is you really feeling it, Mr. Krabs? Ha! Take this 128 combo! Hammer! They don't want it with holes.
We'll just have to keep fighting.
They saw that magic. They saw that magic. Mink. Hold up.
In an instant.
Cross slash.
In an instant. it.
Cross counter. We do this all day, son.
Reinforcements incoming.
Not a problem.
Going in.
Yeah, thanks for all that magic. Thanks for all that magic. Hold up.
More where that came from. Here it is. Do it.
Rinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant.
That attack is so cool. It's just so pretty. Mink, 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 mink. Oh, got him.
In a bind?
Don't mind if
Oh, dang it. I did it too late. My bad.
Slag assault.
I did that way too late.
Plenty left.
Mm,
Going in.
where are you going? It looks like you got this one covered.
Thank you.
Can you? I'll heal you all.
Ooh.
Now you've gone and ticked
Oh,
me
that hit pretty hard. I'm not even gonna lie. That hit pretty hard.
They smite with black.
Creating conflict.
Celestial Hitter.
All right, it's down.
Lunar corruption.
I'm not even gonna lie. That hit pretty hard. That hit harder than I thought it was gonna hit. I'm not even gonna lie. Hit pretty hard, buddy. Hit pretty hard.
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes.
In the air. Caught him in the air. Let's get it.
Thank you for that.
Just glad to be of service.
Well then, let's get back into it.
I'm ready.
Yo, you gonna stand right in that? Oh God. What you got for us, homie? Come down here. Come down here so we can hit you real quick. I just want to talk to you. Come down real quick.
Look sharp, everyone.
That Ashley.
Everyone all right?
We won't
Mother.
surrender. We won't retreat. Not yet.
Whatever you do, just please stay safe.
Let us take to the fray.
How are we supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it. Just
Alvin!
watch and learn. That's enough.
Oops, did I do it wrong? Oh no. I thought I did it wrong. It said L2 plus over. I literally thought I hit the wrong input because it said L2 plus over, and all I did was press up. Whoo! Okay, that was scary.
Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the pants off me.
It felt like
Yeah.
it had a different aura than other Zeugles, didn't it?
Yeah. It wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
I'm gonna go with that idea.
We assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light. We must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave us. But at least with that out of the way, we can keep moving forward now. Let's go.
Yeah. What was that? Incinerating wave? Why not? Secret key. Alphen, vanquisher of the 4 lights. Okay. That hidden art that begins with a sweeping slash before calling for the bolt of lightning from the sky with a downward swing. What was that? Thunderous devastation. Huh.
Hey, Poodle's quivering. I think we're about to be real lucky.
Not bad. Okay. I can get down with it. I can get down with the sickness. Come on, get down with the sickness.
Hey, is that it? So at this point, it's safe to say we've beaten all of those things that we saw flying out of the wedge.
Yeah.
Yes, there were 4 lights, so that should be all of them now.
They put up a good fight, but we beat them right back down again, huh?
Weren't you even a little scared while we were fighting them?
Yeah, earth, water, wind, and then fire. And those are the 4 lights.
But we still managed to beat them with our own hands. That's what matters here.
Yeah, exactly.
I do hope that really is the last we see of them.
Each one seemed to be unique and correspond to a different element. I doubt there are more of them running around out there that we don't know about. Wouldn't you agree?
Why did you look at Dohalim when you said that?
No big reason. I just figured I stole some of his usual thunder by explaining it. I know how much he loves to do that.
You know him well at this point.
Dang. So, just to catch you up, if you don't know, to catch up what they're talking about, there was 4 lights. I'm pretty sure that if you look at the videos and you look at one of the previous videos from when the wedge shot down the video, you see there's 4 lights. That was fire. Some of the side stuff I did was do and beat the side stuff and side missions including the light. So that was fire, and I beat water, wind, and earth off screen. So that's why they said the 4 lights was vanquished. Just to just to give you a little, just that way you know what they're talking about. You're not completely out of loop. Yes, we're making that because that is freaking stronger. Let me see. Dolahim. Yep, we're making that because that one is stronger. Thank you very much. Kisara, we don't gotta worry about that. I mean, not Kisara, Renwell. We're gonna make this, but we're not gonna worry about equipping it because it's not stronger. Same with Alpha, we're gonna make it, but it's not stronger, so we're not gonna equip it. I just like to have all their equipment up to date, and then also what we're gonna do is, because I think some people got some new armor, if I'm correct. I'm not sure. It's actually weaker though, so. Oh, okay, that's stronger.
Rest how well balanced this thing is.
And then. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I really need to worry about. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think we really need to worry about freaking the feed. Oh, what do you know? There goes the ship.
Alphen?
Did you remember something?
No, but I have seen this starship before.
Uh-oh.
This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Three centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
Damn! I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
The past meets the present.
Y'all face it, son. At some point, you gotta face
from
it.
a different time and place.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah,
you are.
but you've got us now, Alphen.
Exactly.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people too.
Law's right. Rinwell too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history
What the-
on your shoulders.
Why do people
You're
keep
a part
calling
of
me?
this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
Who keeps calling me? I'm recording. God. You know what? That's my fault because I forgot to put all that on silent.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh, but how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave? We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario before we go.
Fair.
Let's try not to stay away too long. I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets. I shall leave it up to you as to how we proceed, Alphen.
Works for me.
Something she's not telling us. Let's see.
It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegis and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Nah, definitely not.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
You can. I'm pretty sure there's some people that want to
The
coexist.
people of Lenegis?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right.
True.
We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
True. We want peace and coexistence.
There's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegis. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Shion can finally get rid of her thorns. Shion?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, we all want coexistence and peace, and it can happen. Just gotta remember, some people, you just can't talk to, and you can't reason with.
Shion? Where'd Shion go?
I don't know, but let's find out.
How could she just go off on her own? Shion. Shion! It's your thorns? But why? You okay? Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Stay out of my way.
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
Uh-oh. So is it? There has to be a reason for all this.
I won't let you.
She wouldn't just do it. There has to be a freaking reason.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
Okay. Now we're gonna understand what the hell just happened.
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Rolron?
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time.
Huh?
The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I believe you, Shion. But tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why, but my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
Damn.
That was the plan.
Damn. But then you came along, Alphen.
But then I met all of you.
Made her catch
And
feelings.
Before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
God, man. You made her catch feelings for you, Alphen. And you made her found friends. And not just friends that she cares about. Can't execute her plan anymore.
Don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first. But ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize. My powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis. When the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens...
They will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renis Alma on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
But that's... too much.
She tried to.
Way too much.
But she
When this
caught
all
feelings
began,
for Alvin.
I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Danans didn't matter to me at all.
But now she caught feelings.
I know I have to die.
And she found friendship in y'all.
But I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Shion!
Alvin?
Living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Alvin.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen.
God dang.
We can fight this. Fight until the end together.
You making her catch feelings, Alvin. Can't carry our plan.
You said to me before.
Gosh, why are you so cool, Alvin? Dang it.
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else too.
Yo, them thorns is...
Shion, what do you want?
Yo, them thorns is shocking the hell out of him. Y'all see this, right?
Not to fight fate. I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
This man has become
No.
numb
You won't be
to
alone.
pain.
I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys.
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope. Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns. The true nature of which, I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenegis and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
It's certainly possible. Though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. And I won't let it happen again.
I wonder if this will get copyright, because technically this song is playing right now.
No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you. All of us are. You are not alone.
You guys. You're all so stubborn.
Yeah. You gave her friendship, and she called feelings for Alvin. That alone can push anybody to achieve
Thank you.
amazing things.
Everyone.
God, we're gonna save you, Shion. We're gonna save you. God dang it. We're not gonna let your
Right
thorns
now.
take you.
In a little while longer, I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you. So let's go. On to Lenegis.
I really hope that doesn't get copyrighted. Because they did play a song during that scene, so I hope it doesn't. Like, I'm hoping it doesn't, but you never know. Anyway, if you stay here for this long and you enjoyed the content so far, make sure that you subscribe to the Dragon Nation. Subscribe to the Dragon Nation, as well as hit that bell for notifications and make sure it's turned on so that way you can be notified whenever I drop a new video. And the update that happened on my channel, excuse me, and the variety of content I provide on my channel. But make sure that you can make sure your notifications is turned on. Because only know that if your notifications is turned on, and make sure it is activated, because sometimes YouTube be a little sketchy with that, you know, thing.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Or that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelagian. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it.
That's what you call a family, son! This is a family!
Can't sleep?
Bond!
After everything we just heard, how could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made
It's
her
okay.
happy, knowing you were there for her.
Exactly.
You
can't
really
read
think
minds.
so?
Yeah, I do.
All you can do is be there
If
for
she
people.
didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah,
Facts.
I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too.
She will.
No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Yo, Rinwell has grown up. Character development. Rinwell has grown up. Y'all see this? But that's what I'm talking about. You don't have to be related by blood to be a family. Bonds can make a family. That's what I'm talking about. I love this game. This game is amazing.
Did
I
you
love
know?
it. I love it.
You mean about Shion?
Yeah.
I know y'all
I
love
didn't
this
have the
game too.
slightest
I know y'all
idea.
liking this
I
reaction.
mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
Nobody's a mind reader. It's okay.
You? But
Excuse
you're
me.
the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's a
what I
nasty little
thought.
burp.
But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her. No matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, the grow up. Everybody growing up. Let's get it. Ah! I love this game. This game is amazing. Oh, no new weapons. Alright. We outies. We outies. Well, we not outies. We talking to Shion, then we outies.
Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me. and I knew I would always be alone.
But you're not.
But in that room with Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the blazing sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two, and before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renans. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
Deny fate. Forge
It's
your
going to
own
be a
destiny.
long,
That's what I'm
hard road
talking
ahead,
about.
Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you until the very end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
There we go.
Everyone well rested? Then let's
Alright, so I want to make sure that our party is... Yeah.
go.
Alright, so we're going to save it real quick. Just because I want to get that save in.
We depart for Lenegis.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
There you go. I likes it.
I like it. Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but... Well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
Okay, people. We have two goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shion's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good?
Let's get it.
All right. Then let's go.
I like how it instantly got clean and all the vegetation got off it. And there's a lot of vegetation on that ship. and it was like really rusted and whatnot. It just instantly got clean. No rust, no vegetation, no nothing. Just instant. Oh, it's clean. What? All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that
There
case,
you go.
she's all yours.
Everything okay, Shion? You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
All right. Let's get to talking. Let's get to talking. Let's get to talk no jutsu in this piece.
Something wrong?
No. I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegis? I guess even someone like you can get homesick, huh?
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me though, you too have a history with Lenegis. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions. Doesn't that frighten you?
Well, it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about it. But I can't keep running forever. The past is what it is. There's no changing that. But the future's what we make it.
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. I was wrong to pry. We have more pressing matters to address. Come back and speak to me when you finish looking around the ship.
Okay.
We'll be going to Lenegis soon.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you, huh? What was life on Lenegis like back then? You know, before you came to Dana.
Let's just say, I don't have many happy memories. I've had thorns my whole life. For as long as I can remember. They called it treatment. But in truth, they were just using me as a guinea pig for their research.
You mean, they experimented on you?
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to solve. They poked and prodded me, trying to figure out what triggered my thorns or changed the form they took. Day in and day out, every single day, one test after another. I'm still surprised they didn't try to dissect me. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Reeling from the pain, like I was a monster or something. Some existence, huh? A blight on any I touched. Helplessly complicit in their pain.
But it's not like that anymore.
It couldn't get any worse. But then they did. I started to have nightmares, visions of the coming apocalypse. Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition? Unable to so much as touch another soul. Loneliness was my best friend. Sure, I survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by oblivion. And that's when it hit me. If I was going to die, then it should mean something. If I have to sacrifice myself to save the world, so be it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you relive that.
No, it's fine. I'm in a much better place now.
You say it's your destiny to die so that others can live. But why not the other way around? Why shouldn't we be the ones dying to save you?
Are you crazy? Why would you sacrifice your life for...
That's exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the short straw in the destiny stakes? How is that even right? It's that
Spit that
logic
knowledge.
that's used to justify slavery, as if some of us were just meant to be sacrificed. This struggle was never about saving only ourselves. But that doesn't mean we have to give up our own lives to save everyone else's either. If we're doing this to protect people, if we're doing this to save the world from destruction, then that has to include saving each other as well.
I mean,
Free of
outfit.
Sacrifice. That's what you've been fighting for all along, isn't it?
Not just me. We're in this together, remember? This fight is yours too, Shion. If we're going to win, everyone has to win. There can be no room for losers in this fight. Now I see it. The true nature of our struggle.
A victory without losers. But that means that a Danon victory over Rena can't be the end. Do you think we can pull it off?
Heck yeah.
You bet we can pull it off. We have to. It's the only hope we have of things ever changing.
Yeah, you're right. No one's ever changed the future without aiming for the stars. We can do this. Together.
There you go. And remember, you ain't alone anymore, Shion. You got us.
Hey, Alvin, listen to this. So Law and I were just talking and
Hey, shut up!
And what's got Law all flustered?
only that he's afraid of flying, the big baby. And after all that fuss he made about naming the ship too.
Hey, I never said I was scared. I just think it's, you know, a little unsettling how we're going to be cruising through space in a glorified tin can. That's all.
It's a starship, dummy. That's what it's supposed to do. I don't think there's anything strange about it.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then.
Guys. I'm no expert, but I think we can trust Renan technology. It got me to Dana in one piece, remember?
Oh, that's a good point. If you think so, Alvin, it must be okay. Don't you agree, Law?
Hard to argue with that, seeing how you hitched a ride in one of these things before, Alvin. It's just wrong, okay?
He's back here.
You okay? Feeling airsick?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These starships are a remarkably smooth ride, all things considered. Nothing like being at sea, thank goodness.
Glad to hear it. That device there caught your eye, huh?
I was just wondering what it is. It looks big enough to fit a person inside of it.
It's a healing pod. It fixes injuries and illnesses.
Oh, you don't say. Well, that should definitely come in handy if any of us get injured while we're down there. Alphen? Was it something I said?
No, I was just thinking back to when I escaped Lenegis, that's all. What with the ceremony and losing control, I was a total mess. Naori laid me inside here.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after escaping? But that mean... you were inside for 300 years?
Yes, it sounds crazy, I know. But don't even ask me why I stayed asleep all that time.
That's definitely quite some lie-in, all right. But still, whether you meant to or not, I sure am glad that it's this century that you finally woke up in.
What do you mean?
With the amount of fighting we've done, we would have never made it this far without you. And not only that, but... Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back when we left Menancia? About the dream of coexistence, and needing to learn what it entailed?
Of course. That's why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that time, I was well aware that what I was living was a lie. But at the same time, I also felt really compelled to fulfill my brother's wishes. I'll always remember him fondly. But the coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now. And those still to come. The world's bigger than just Menancia. My dream is for all Danons, wherever they might be, to be free. If I've learned anything on this journey, it's that. And the one who brought me along was you, Alphen. I'll forever be grateful to you.
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet. You should probably save your thanks. At least, until we've dealt with the Red Woman.
I know. But whatever we find when we get down there, I'm through looking the other way.
Kisara.
Probably getting a little ahead of myself, huh? Let's take things one step at a time.
Not at all. We got this. What the? Yes, I saved too much. I know. I'm a save whore. I can't help it.
Is everyone about ready? We'll soon be making preparations to land.
Before we do that, just what exactly should we expect when we get down there?
Kisara has a point. Now that I think of it, I don't know the first thing about Lenegis.
I'd like to hear more too. It's been centuries since I was last there, and they didn't exactly give me the grand tour.
Very well. First and foremost, Lenegis was the base of operations in charge of the crown contest on Dana. Of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its own independent society. Its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy. Put simply, the strength of an individual's astral arts carries great weight.
Enough to determine someone's social rank, you mean? But astral arts are innate, right? So people's positions are fixed at birth.
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist. As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence, and those lineages are treated as nobility.
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass, denied the right to descend to Dana even if they wanted to. Still, even the lowest rung on the Renan ladder is considered superior to being a Danan. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty high up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Shion?
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts. You really need to ask?
Fair point.
On arts alone, you're right. I'd have been sitting pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone who says what they're thinking. Life's less complicated that way.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Lost blushing!
I am not!
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this Red Woman, are we expecting to find her on Lenegis?
I would wager so. Lenegis is too deeply involved in all this to discard the possibility. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being stolen from us in Pelegion.
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dana, we need to take it back at all costs.
That Red Woman's got a lot to answer for. Just as well I've got a ton of questions.
We're about to land. The descent could be a little bumpy, so brace yourselves.
If there are clues about your thorns out there, Shion, we'll find them. There's no one here. I wasn't expecting a welcome mat, but still.
Lenegis's infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
Do you think anyone realizes that we're here?
We may not have received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed. Don't let your guard down.
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while we're here.
Understandable.
So now what? We've come all this way on a hunch that this red woman is here, right? And if we're lucky, the Renis Alma too. Any idea where we should start looking?
There is an area of the city that is accessible only to the Sovereigns, known as the Forbidden Zone. That seems as good a place as any for us to start.
Forbidden? What are they hiding?
I don't know, hence my desire to find out. Fortunately, we just so happen to have a Sovereign in our midst. In any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegis would have required an immense source of power.
Then you think that source might have been the Renis Alma?
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit channeling ceremony 3 centuries ago. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations are underway for it to be held once more, then the Renis Alma might be in the same place as last time, possibly together with the Red Woman. Hiding something of that worth in the residential quarters would only court trouble. In which case...
It stands to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
Indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a Sovereign. You can't seriously think I'll be able to waltz right into the place after all this time.
There's only one way to find out. If there's even a chance you can get us in, I say we give it a shot.
Shion's right. Who knows? We might even find a clue to her thorns while we're at it.
All right. It's not like we're swimming in leads, so let's try to track down the Forbidden Zone.
Let's get it.
Beyond that wall lies a city full.
Alright, so I'm going to end it here. If you stayed this long and you enjoyed the content, make sure that you jump up and smack that like button so hard that the like button keep jammed and the lights keep rolling. Also, remember to comment down below. Let me know what you did like and what you didn't like. And let me know if you enjoyed the video. And also make sure that you hit the thumbs up. And don't be afraid to hit the thumbs down button. Whether you give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment, all of that is quality feedback that I can use so I can grow as a content provider and provide better, smoother quality content that you want to see, that you can kick back, relax, have a laugh, to enjoy and watch throughout the day. But I can only do that by you commenting, thumbs up or thumbs down to give me that feedback. So as always, this is your boy, that Dragon J. This is the end of the video. And remember, no matter what you do, no matter what you start, no matter what you put your time into, keep that same energy. See you next time. Love y'all. Peace.